So good afternoon everyone and welcome to the city of Guarulhos in Brazil. This is the second biggest city in the state of São Paulo. Even though it's right next to São Paulo itself, it is a city in its own right and has a population of 1.3 million people, so it's actually a really big place. And it is actually internationally famous for its airports, which is a hub in the whole of South America. So if you're flying from Europe to South America, chances are you will pass through Guarulhos International Airport. That's the case for me as well. I flew into Guarulhos when I came to Brazil, and I've used it to travel to other parts of the country and to also Peru in this case, in this situation. It's obviously well known for that, but it's a very big city. It has a lot of industry here, so metalwork and steelwork production, things like that. It has a very big pharmaceutical sector. So it really is a very big bustling centre and a very vibrant and happening city with tons going on. My flight to London is actually tomorrow afternoon, so I've got a free day today. Normally what I would do is I would jump on a bus and go into the centre of Sao Paulo, but I wanted to actually have a look around the city of Guarulhos today because I'm just interested to see what it's like and just curious to see what's going on here. So interestingly, this is one of the oldest cities in Brazil. It was founded for the first time in 1560, and it's grown up ever since then. Obviously the proximity to Sao Paulo has been advantageous to it because Sao Paulo is now the biggest city in Brazil. It is a city in its own right, and it has got its own character and its own personality. It became its own city in its own right in 1880, and before then it was kind of attached to the city of Sao Paulo. They were joined, and then it became sort of independent of Sao Paulo in that year in 1880. So ever since then it has been its own place with its own council and its own municipality and that kind of thing. This is my last day in Brazil, so I just want to make the most of it, do as much as I can before I fly back to Heathrow tomorrow. And curiously, they're having what's called an onda de frio in Brazil, which is a cold wave, which is kind of ironic because I'm still wearing sunglasses, but it's still sunny and pretty bright and the sky is quite clear. So this is something that all the Brazilians are enjoying. It's like 23 degrees, 24 degrees or something, which is kind of cold for them, as opposed to a heat wave that we have in Europe. This is a cold wave. I'm right at the end of the high street now, and the high street is called Dom Pedro II, or Rua Dom Pedro II. This is one of the busiest high streets I've actually seen in Brazil. It's called the Calçadão, and it's just a very wide street with tons of shops and restaurants and bars and things like that. And because it's Saturday afternoon, it is very busy. It's great to be here. I'm really excited to check the city out, so let's go and have an explore. The cathedral is a really beautiful building. It's actually got the same name as the cathedral in Campinas. It's called Nossa Senhora de Conceição, generally known as the Metropolitan Cathedral, a cathedral metropolitana. So this is a real focal point for the city, as you can imagine. There is a plaque right on the front that I had a quick read of. This was actually founded in 1560, so it would have been founded kind of at the same time as the city was founded. And in 1685, it was given the title of the central church in the city, but it wasn't until 1981 that it actually became a cathedral. So it's had a very long history over the centuries. It's evolved and it's changed. The architectural style, I think it said Baroque or ecclesiastical Baroque or something. So another interesting point I found out is that this was a favourite church of the imperial family of Brazil. So Brazil was actually an empire from 1821 to 1889, and therefore it had a kind of monarchy and a royal family. This was a favourite church of Dom Pedro II, Emperor Peter II, his wife Teresa Cristina, and his daughter Princess Isabel, who was the heir to the throne. And they used to come to this church a lot, and they would sleep in the area around the church to be near it, and they used it a lot for prayers and for communion and that kind of thing. They obviously had a lot of affection for this town, but also for this church, and that sort of left its imprint in the names of the places in the city. So let's go and have a look inside, see what it's like. Okay, so there is some music going on, which I imagine means there's a service. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, so really beautiful cathedral. I love these tiles. These are very Portuguese. So obviously, originally this church would have been built when it was a Portuguese colony. And yeah, you can really see that with the blue tiles, very beautiful, very classic style tiles that they've got telling the stories. Yeah, just a really nice, peaceful atmosphere in here. So that is the royal coat of arms of the empire that you can see on the roof there. Yeah, really beautiful cathedral right in the center of Guarulhos. It's been very well preserved and looked after. I imagine for a city this big, it's got quite a big congregation. So hold up. Yeah, and even at the entrance, these tiles are really tasteful, I think. Even these doors look really old. They've obviously just looked after this one well. Yeah, look at those tiles, they're just really stylish, I think. Quite classic, but look good. Yeah, so just a beautiful place, really. And obviously a focal point for the city. I'm going to wander down the high street now, see what's going on, and see what makes the city of Guarulhos tick, if I can. As you can see, this is a super busy high street with tons of shops and people going shopping, enjoying the cold wave that we're having in this part of Brazil at the moment. I'm always struck at the retail sector generally in Brazil is so strong. In the UK, so many shops are closing and sort of struggling with rents and that kind of thing. But here it's just it's almost like it's booming. People out and about shopping. Yeah, like I said, it is Saturday afternoon, so you'd expect it to be busy, but it is super busy.
Para terminar, eu quero fazer uma pergunta. Qual a primeira pessoa que vai pôr a mão no bolso e brindar esse show aqui com qualquer incentivo? Pode ser uma moeda de R$1, 2, 3, o que você achar que merece. Eu queria ver a primeira pessoa que deu valor, tá, gente? Não vai fazer falta para você, tá? Eu garanto que não vai fazer falta. Vou terminar com a mágica do coelho, tá? Tem alguém? O rapaz vai brindar aqui, ó. Obrigado a todos. Ô, meu irmão, obrigado. Não ajudou. Deus abençoe. Obrigado. Rapaz, vai brindar aqui também. Obrigado. Tem mais?
Já não tem, mãe?
Obrigado, coisa linda. Agradeço, viu? Obrigado, tá?
Já não tem.
Mais alguém vai brindar?
Ah!
So just off the main high street, we got the Rua Felice Marcondes, and this is like another sort of high street, really. It shows that it's not just one street, it's the whole city centre that's busy. And they've got a Greek barbecue. It looks like shawarma or gyros or something like that. And I know these are very popular in Brazil now. So yeah, let's crack on down the main street, which is called Dom Pedro II. Lots of families, friends, young people, old people out and about doing their Saturday afternoon shopping or just chilling out in town. obviously more women's shops than men's shops, as you would expect. Today there's a really nice fresh breeze, so that's good. Yeah, having the cold wave is actually really good because it means that you don't have to put the air conditioning on at night, and also there are no mosquitoes around. So it's kind of a double bonus. And also, obviously, you're just not as hot and sweaty as you are in the day. But yeah, this is about the coolest I've ever really experienced in Brazil. It's about sort of 25 degrees, 24 degrees, but in the evening it's set to go down to 19. So yeah, but like I said, it is the beginning of winter, so if it's ever going to be cool in Brazil, it'll be now. So I've got a really good cafe here, and they've got juices and things like that, but also fresh churros with chocolate for 7 reais. Lots of jewelry shops, electric products.
Gratuitamente. Teste da dengue, Covid, diabetes, pressão, influenza A e B. Resultado na hora. Venha. Totalmente gratuito os testes. Teste da dengue, Covid, diabetes, pressão, influenza A e B. Resultado na hora.
Interesting history here. So this is called the Igreja de Nossa Senhora do Rosário dos Homens Pretos, Church of Our Lady of the Rosario of or for black men. Data do primeiro documento conhecido que cite sua existência. So first documentation of its existence in the city is 1757. Demolida in 1930, demolished in 1930. A área escura do piso indica a localização e a dimensão prováveis do edifício original. So the black area on the ground shows the location and probable dimensions of the original building. I don't know how well you can see the black pavement stones, but they have separated them from the grey ones to show where the church used to stand. It doesn't actually say why the church was demolished, but yeah, that's kind of interesting that there used to be a church here as well. Nearly got hit by a pigeon there. That was good. Lojas Mel, Danger Tutor, they've got everything. And here we've got a mini shopping centre called Dom Pedro. Let's have a look at this. Oh look, they've got another Greek barbecue thing. Yeah, so lots of clothes shops in there. Sou de Inglaterra.
Inglaterra?
Sim.
Eu sou de Paris.
Você? Ah, sério? Ah, que bom. E você mora aqui em Guarulhos?
Moro. Eu nasci aqui, mas eu sou lá de Paris.
Ah, que bem. Fala francês?
Falo.
E como é morar aqui em Guarulhos? É bom? É bom morar em Guarulhos?
Bom.
Que
Bom,
bom.
Brio. Portanto que meu filho teve que nascer lá em São Paulo. Lá.
Entendi.
Então, um pouco Guarulhos é.
Legal, obrigado.
É nóis.
Fica bem. Yeah, so just got lots of telephone and electronic products here. Big furniture shop here called Marabras. I think I saw one of these in Campinas as well. Loads of clothes shops. I actually can't believe how many clothes shops there are in the towns and cities of Brazil. Boticário is a fragrance shop, one of my personal favorites in Brazil, if you're into aftershaves. So Casas Bahia is the place to come for electronic products in Brazil. They've got the best prices and best selection, I think. Lojão do Brás. Coming towards the end of the high street now.
Electrolux, vários programas de lavagem, cesto inox completa, 24 meses no cartão Luiza, só R$ 95.
Got some sales on at the moment. Bom dia, tudo bem? Yeah, so that's the Calçadão of Guarulhos. I might just carry on walking for a bit, get off the main drag, and see if I can, see some other parts of the city. So I'm now walking down the Avenida Monteiro Lobato, which is another quite a busy shopping street, but it's just not pedestrianised like the high street is. And yeah, they've got some really interesting street vendors. I walked past somebody selling corn and corn cake and stuff like that, which just smelled absolutely amazing.
Boa tarde.
Como se chama?
Gerson.
E como é morar na cidade de Guarulhos?
Nem muito bom e nem muito ruim, né? Porque falta muitas opções de lazeres e outras coisas a mais, né? Mas é meio de lazer, assim, cara, aqui que nem um centro desse tamanho da cidade, não tem uma padaria, não tem um assim bom, não tem, falta algumas coisas, mas o resto é normal.
E mora aqui quantos anos?
Moro aqui há 9 anos.
Ok. E antes disso?
Eu morava em São Paulo.
São Paulo? Ah, ok, legal. Tá bem, então, muito obrigado. Sou grato.
Pode escolher, moça, fica à vontade.
So the further away you get from the high street, the quieter it gets, as you would expect. I've seen quite a few police cars, which is such a good thing because it means that it's got quite, safe environment. Então, boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
Como se chama?
É Josi.
Luísa.
E como se chama esta loja aqui?
Cantinho da Beleza.
Quantos anos tem essa loja?
Cantinho da Beleza, a gente estamos... Ela começou num carro, Cantinho da Beleza. Tem toda uma história. A gente está aqui bem um pouco antes da pandemia, né? Na pandemia a gente fechou. Era no box lá em cima, no Calçadão. Aí acabou falindo o box e a gente fechou e veio pra cá, pra baixo.
Ah, legal.
E abrimos de novo.
E já tá há quantos anos?
Já tá 5 anos, né?
5 anos.
5 anos.
Legal. E como está indo?
Também, criando cada dia que passa clientes novos, né? Na área agora de cílios, as mulheradas. Quando cílios, unha em gel, a gente trabalha com esses produtos.
Que bom.
De unha em gel, cílios.
E como é morar na cidade de Guarulhos, então?
Menina, ó, por enquanto ainda não tá tendo nem, o trem ainda só tá até o aeroporto. Então a gente tem muita dificuldade com transporte.
Ah, sério?
Sério.
De trânsito?
Transporte público. E o trânsito
ok.
tá um caos. Tá em obra em tudo agora por causa desse trem que vai passar agora,
Sim.
vai ter uma linha nova agora aqui pro centro, né?
Entendi.
Mas tirando isso, é muito bom.
Bom.
Maravilhoso.
Tirando o trânsito, fica aqui agora, parece que tá todo mundo vindo pra cá, o trânsito tá ficando pequeno, muito carro na rua.
Porque é uma cidade grande, né?
É isso. Antigamente era menos trânsito, agora tá um caos.
Ah, sério?
Tá aumentando muito,
Aumentou
crescendo,
a população,
crescendo demais.
né?
É. E tem segurança boa? Aqui?
Nossa segurança é Deus, por causa que...
Mas assim, nunca nós fomos assaltados. Então,
Eu vi que tem bastante polícia.
sim,
Tem.
É. Legal.
É difícil ter aquele assalto pesado mesmo. Às vezes pode ser algum furtozinho, algumas coisinhas assim, meia boba, mas...
Pois é. Legal, então muito obrigado.
de nada.
Sou muito grato.
Nós é que agradecemos.
Tá bem. Tchau, tchau.
Obrigada, tchau.
So the people in Guarulhos seem really chatty, really friendly, which is great. That shop was run by a mother and daughter team, so that was really great having a conversation with them. But they also told me that further down this hill there's kind of not much to see. Got the police station at the end of this road, but there's nothing much that's of interest, so I decided to come back. So yeah, that was cool.